Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today we're doing the Plan With Me video. I'm going to try and get this video out as seamless as possible. It may go out a little bit later, and for that I apologize. But life doesn't seem to care that I want to do a video today, which, rude. Okay, so let's go back in time. Yesterday was the 2nd, and I did 2 portraits. And that's what it's going to look like across the map. Funny thing though, and let's go back in time through February. Here's the 28th. I miscounted the pages in the Midori MD. And I thought it was 44 pages. And I was looking at it and looking at my bookmark, and I'm like, my bookmark should be much further along than it is. And it wasn't. So I started counting and that didn't add up right. So I went to Jet Pens and I was trying to figure out what I did wrong when I miscalculated. Okay, week 8 video was on the 24th. And I realized that I misunderstood the listing, because sometimes things will say like how many sheets and sometimes something will say how many pages. And it's 88 sheets, and I thought that meant pages, and so I only do things on one side, so I was like, oh, it's 44 pages. No, it's 88 sheets, which means it's 88 pages. So how am I gonna fit 88 into 31? It's gonna be a trick, folks. Okay, Sunday was my Midori MD notebook sketchbook drawing challenge video. And today we're doing week 9. So we are moving right along. This is filling up. This is the one I made. I will link the playlist if you're curious how I put this together. The other planner I have is a gallon leather with some fun stickers and a Nolte cover. Again, I'll link all the products in the description box. And I'm slicing the pages in half. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. Okay, here's half page. And then I took the Copic multi-liner in warm gray, and I wrote the date. I really like this as my planner. There's no grids, so it's really working for me that it's not a Hobonichi. I don't have to bother with that, and then I can line it up any way I want to. So this past week I did 14 portraits. And I'm toggling through some blues, pinks, and basically browns, and those are the darkest value colors I have in my pastel set since I'm doing pastel portraits. So let's see how I wrote this. I want it to be sort of cohesive. So week 8 video. And then the other one I did was the Midori MD notebook sketchbook drawing challenge. Longest title ever, but I try and make sure that my titles they're exactly what you're kind of getting within the video. Like, it's not clickbait or anything. So they're not the most eye-catching titles, but hopefully it saves time and it keeps you from wasting yours. So today I'm going to be doing some Ferris wheel press. This is Majestic Maple Syrup, and it is a very pale light brown. It has a lot of shimmers in it. And one of the things I've noticed, here I'll show you real quick. If you can see the bottom, those are the shimmers. All the shimmers settle to the bottom. So if every time you want to dip a dip pen in here, you kind of have to shake it to get an even amount of shimmer. But today I'm going to use it without shaking it, so this won't be very shimmery. I kind of want to make sure you can see it on the page as I go to create. I am using a Winsor Newton Cotman watercolor brush. I only have watercolor brushes. I use them for everything. This is the 00. Sometimes it's written and listed as 2/0. And I'm going to be doing a portrait. and we're gonna see how this works. So bear with me here. And I kind of want to make sure space of face. And I like light brown. There aren't a lot of light brown inks. Like I was looking for a light brown ink pen, and I have some really good sepias. I have some really decent browns, but I wanted something light and unique and kind of weird and wonderful. And I saw this color and I thought, yes, I think so. But like I said, if you're loading this into fountain pens, I think the shimmers will glue it up, so you need to be careful. The pens that Ferris Wheel Press sells aren't meant for their shimmer inks. Fun story. I didn't know that. So dip pen is kind of the way to go. I have a glass dip pen, but today I was really in the painting mood, and since I'm doing pastels, I thought I would just kind of indulge myself with a paintbrush. And I'm comfortable with the paintbrush, so that's how I'm doing this portrait today. And yeah, we need a nose, don't we? I want a shape of a nose. I don't own a lot of inks. I have a couple drawing inks by Winsor Newton. I don't think they're light fast, but I like them. Well, I ran out of one. I have the Scarlet left, which is, it's very pink. And I got those through Art Snacks, which is an art subscription box back in, I want to say 2017 or something crazy. I tried my hand at subscription boxes. And while it's super fun to wait for like a surprise art supply, it doesn't mean that the art supply you're going to get is something that you love or use long term. And I found that with myself personally, and again, this is just my personal experience, that when somebody else picks things out for me, it's super fun to play with day of. And then I set it aside and then I'm like, yeah, that wasn't something I would buy. That's not something I'm in love with. So I don't end up getting the most amount of use from those types of products and those types of subscription boxes. It's an art prescription. I have to have it. It's a medical necessity. I need my art supplies. Anyway, I'm being a goof, but you know what I mean. So I dropped that pretty quick. It just was kind of wasteful for me. I need to pick out the things that I love, that I use, that I'm comfortable with, and colors I'll get use out of. And I really don't need like another pencil sharpener. Like there's some filler items that they put in those subscription boxes to make sure that they're making money and doing the things they need to do to stay in business. And there's things I don't need, you know? And every artist has things where they have like too many of X, Y, or Z. And I don't need any more weird erasers. I don't need any more pencil sharpeners. And then a lot of like felt tip pens and things. I don't get a lot of use out of them, just not enough use. And then it feels like a sad waste, you know? And then I had a lot of trouble with their fine liner. They have like a black pin type fine liner pen, and I received 2 of them on different occasions, and both of them died. Like, just stopped working, died. And I couldn't reactivate them. I couldn't get them to work. And that was sad. Because I get a lot of use out of black fine liner pens. And there was no way. I had to throw them both away, which was a bummer. So. And maybe I can have it fade out. You can kind of see the face, right? I don't know. Like a chin thing here going on. Ink. And I know everybody uses their inks differently. Some people write with their inks and do journaling and things like that. And some people draw with their inks. And some people, I'm painting with mine. I felt the need to paint. So that's where we're at today. Just in the mood for some wet media since I'm using so much dry stuff. Maybe we'll do an earring over here. Like their head's sort of leaning back. And then we could do an earring shape. Yeah. So that'll denote where the ear is, kind of. Anyway. The other color I have for Ferris Wheel Press is like the Riveting Pond. It's part of their, it's part of their something something collection. I would say that if you're not into shimmers or you're not into trying to even out shimmers every time you go to apply the ink or the pigment, their duotones might be a better way to go. And it's kind of a mixture between two colors where if you apply it really thickly, you get the other color. They have one called something Envy, and that's the one that comes to mind. That's really just an unbelievably wild color mix. I don't own that. But I would think that maybe their duotones are a better way to go than their shimmers if you're not into all the sparkle glitters. Unless you're in a sparkle glitter mood, and sometimes I am. It's a thing that's been known to happen. Except I'm all out of my metallic inks with all my pens. So I'm gonna have to, I have silver left, but I don't have any gold. And I've been craving copper for some reason, so I need a copper ink. Sarasa has one. I want to say, Jelly Roll has one. Yeah, those two have copper inks, but Unival Signo does not. So, can we even see that that's an earring? Kind of see that that's an earring. Look, you want me to shake it? I'll shake it and show you. The demo goes off the rails. Okay, you see that? It's all on the bottom. You absolutely have to shake it up to get it to, and I think this has like a couple different color shimmers in it. It has like a gold and, I don't know, the Riveting Pond has like pink and blue shimmers, which is kind of unique. Okay, so now the shimmer is closer to the top. Make it a little sparkly if you're into that kind of thing. Again, this is the Tomoe River paper, so it's coated. It can handle wet product, which is why I feel comfortable going a little wild. I don't know that everybody does. Everybody uses this paper differently too. I mean, your imagination is the limit when it comes to the surfaces you prefer to create on, but I like that there's the option of doing wet media. And next week I'll do the Riveting Pond ink if you want to see that sort of turquoise blue. Okay. So here is my side portrait. We need some stipple dots here. Kind of blend it out. And this is a wet one, so this is going to need a while to dry. And we'll do some eyelid dots here. Okay. And maybe we need some lip things. Okay. I can just keep on keeping on. This is my portrait. It looks like a wild woolly mess, but it'll be really pretty once it dries. Trust. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a quick one. Again, I'm trying to put this video out in between people doing yard work, and the leaf blowers and the lawn mowers and the sawing of branches is super, super loud. So, real quick one. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week. I hope your Monday is so lovely that it just sticks with your mind for forever. And I will talk to you later. Bye.